Frame control is the single most important element of seducing a woman. If you don't understand frame control, you will not get her attracted to you. Now, frame checks is when she says something kind of mean to you to try to test you. How many of you guys have experienced a girl saying to you, "Why are you talking to us?" Or a girl saying to you, "You're gay, aren't you?" The low value guy is going to buy into her frame and he is going to try to convince her that he's not gay. Whereas the high value guy is going to flip the frame on her. "Yes, I'm so gay. I sucked 200 dicks yesterday. My jaw is killing me." You agree with it and you amplify it. Make it 100 times worse. This is fucking frame control 101. And once guys get this down, they absolutely dominate.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Man Podcast. The only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it.
What is up, you champions? Happy Thursday. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Uniform Mike Papa, the Unapologetic Man Podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. This is a hugely important episode because I'm going to tell you something. Frame control is the single most important element of seducing a woman. If you don't understand frame control, you will not get her attracted to you. And what blows my mind, and I know I say this all the time, but I have to say it again, some dating coaches don't even teach this. So if you're vetting a dating coach, absolutely make sure that he or she teaches frame control to a very deep level. It is the entire backbone of my 3-month coaching program. And once guys get this down, they absolutely fucking dominate. So today, boys, we are going to talk about Agree and Amplify, which is probably my number one favorite frame control reversal when a girl tests you. Now, if you don't know what frame control is, I'm going to do a very brief explanation of what that is in this episode. But if you don't know what it is, you definitely want to go listen to any and all my episodes that have frame control in the title. This is, once again, the single most important element of seducing a woman. If she determines that she has a stronger frame than you do, she cannot get attracted to you. That's why I'm absolutely perplexed that some dating coaches don't even teach it. It's like, seriously, bro, you're just going to breeze over that? The most important backbone of the entire fucking seduction blows my mind. But boys, listen to this one, see what you think about it. And if you like it, go listen to all my other episodes with frame control in the title. It is so damn important that you control the frame. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So first and foremost, frame control. It's basically who's leading the interaction, who's less invested in it going well, who's putting in less energy, who cares less, and who wants less from the conversation. As I always say, boys, you as the man have to be in the masculine energy. The masculine presence is the one who leads. Therefore, you have to lead. The person who leads, and listen carefully, the person who leads is always the one who wants less, the one who cares less about what happens. Which is why when you talk to a girl the first time, you literally have to have in your mind, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here having fun. If I miss this bus, I'll just take the next one. Then what's going to happen is she's going to feel some attraction for you. But perhaps your frame is a little bit in question. She doesn't know that you're an alpha male. She doesn't know that you're truly masculine. So she's going to test it. And in the pickup artist community, these are typically called tests, but in my coaching, I call them frame checks. Now, frame checks is when she says something kind of mean to you to try to test you. So the other day, I was showing a picture to one of my girlfriends, and she's like, "Your pants are too high." Then what I did is a frame control technique called misinterpretation, which is a different technique than what we're going to talk about today. But she said, "Your pants are too high." And then I said, "Why are you staring at my crotch?" So frame control is basically taking control of the interpreted meaning of the interaction. She thinks she's talking about my pants being too high. I say she's talking about her staring at my crotch. You guys may notice that I'm wearing a silly t-shirt today. It's a cat riding a unicorn through outer space with a taco on the upper left side, which of course is a universe in a different galaxy. Now, some people may ask me, why are you wearing that stupid shirt? And why, more importantly, Mark, would you wear that shirt out to bars, nightclubs, and different social interactions like parties? The reason is because I want girls to frame check me. When they frame check me and I pass their frame check, which is exactly what I'm going to teach you today, then they'll get attracted to me. So in my coaching program, I obviously teach the 5 different frame control reversals, which are agree and amplify, misinterpretation, reframe, ignore, and reframe with the qualifying question. Today's episode is all about agree and amplify, but I wore this shirt just for you boys to give you a demonstration of what I do to get girls to test me. So girls are going to say mean shit to you to see if you're congruent. You may walk up confidently. You may talk like you're a badass. You may sub-communicate that you don't give a shit, but there's still something a little bit incongruent about you, which is why she's going to say mean shit to you. How many of you guys have experienced a girl saying to you, why are you talking to us? Or a girl telling you, how many girls have you talked to tonight? Or a girl saying to you, you're gay, aren't you? Now, many times when you guys, as well as me, in the old days, used to hear that shit, what would we do? We would try to answer it and justify ourselves, try to explain ourselves. But look back to the definition that I gave you about frame control. It is the person who has the stronger interpretation of the reality, the underlying meaning of the conversation, is the one who's controlling the frame. So if she questions you or says, you're gay, aren't you? And you're like, no, I'm not gay. I'm totally heterosexual. Why would you think I'm gay? Just because I'm wearing a shirt that has a unicorn on it with a cat riding it through outer space? No, I'm not gay. Please don't call me gay. What that shows her is she just controlled the frame on you. She imposed a frame, which is you're gay. You bought into the frame by explaining yourself to her. Whereas in my coaching, I teach you to never buy into women's frames, particularly when they're trying to challenge you, but instead you reframe it, or you do what I'm going to teach you today, agree and amplify. Guys, do not sleep on this concept. I have had clients come through my program blown away because of all the frame control shit that I teach them. And they're like, dude, this was the missing element. This is why girls never got attracted to me. This is why I never landed dates. Or it's because I couldn't get girls as hot as I wanted them to be. I always had to settle for 7s or girls that were like mopeds, fun to ride, but you don't want to be seen with them. When what I really wanted was a honey dip who, when I walk into restaurants, people give me thumbs up and guys smile at me. Have you ever had that, brother? I could tell you it's so satisfying. Yeah, it's a little bit egotistical, but dude, I love it. When I walk in with my hot girlfriends, when I walk anywhere with Marissa, people are like, good job, dude. How'd you pull that girl? And that reminds me of a client who just emailed me, who's a year out of the program. Boys, listen to this and do not skip ahead because you're going to love this. It's fucking hilarious. It's something you too can say to people, but stay with me because I'm about to give you those agree and amplifies. Joe, who graduated my program a year ago, just emailed me and he said this. Hey, coach, saying, the other morning I rode into the gas station to fill up my Harley. Listen to this, boys. This is funny. As I was walking into the small convenience store, a blonde bombshell was walking out wearing the tightest, sexiest yoga outfit. So naturally, I stuck my hand out, stopped her, and chatted her up for a few minutes. Once I gave her good energy, raised her state, she pranced away to have the best day ever. After witnessing my effortless interaction with this hottie, the cashier says to me, you look like you shit manliness. I instantly replied, because I eat pussy every day. That really made me laugh. He continues, this is just a small taste of what my life is like after joining your 3-month coaching program. In the last year since graduating the program, I have approached more women than I can count. I've dated dozens and dozens of hotties, and from abundance selected my current girlfriend. I can easily say that it's been the best relationship of my life because I'm in control, but not controlling. I am so grateful that I invested in myself by joining your coaching program. Listen to this, guys. It was the best decision I've ever made. While I always include you and all my unapologetic brothers out there in my daily gratitude meditations, I wanted to put it in writing as well. Thanks again, brother, Joe. Joe, thanks so much, man. You are a fucking legend. Why are you so manly? Because you eat pussy every day. That really cracked me up. And boys, you could get those results too. I'm literally looking at my desktop and I have so many similar screenshots of email after email after email of guys who just get unprecedented success in this 3-month coaching program. I literally have to create a new folder and put all my testimonials in there because they come in all the damn time. You guys have seen the reviews. You've heard the testimonials. You've heard coaching clips of guys attesting just how powerful this is. Yet, why haven't you signed up yet? If money is the issue, contact us, brother. Let's talk about it, but don't sleep on this. This will not be around forever. This is a game-changing program that will 10x your results with women, guaranteed. A year from now, what if you could be like Joe is, where he just effortlessly approaches and lights up this 10 like nobody's business. He has more girls that he could deal with, and he chose his princess from abundance. I want that for you too, and I gotta tell you, Joe is no different than you are. I can guarantee it. You could get those results. Fill out the application below, and you and I will talk. All right, boys, let's get into Agree and Amplify. So Agree and Amplify is what you say to a girl when she tests you. So for example, she says to you, "Oh my God, are you gay?" Now, the low value guy, as I explained, is going to buy into her frame. He is going to explain himself to her, and he is going to try to convince her that he's not gay. Whereas the high value guy is going to flip the frame on her by showing that he's completely and utterly unaffected by what she said. So I want you to try to figure this out. Agree, which means agree with what she said, and amplify it. Make it 100 times worse. So what would you say to that? For those of you who have come through my coaching program, this is Frame Control 101. I teach it to a way deeper level in my 3-month coaching program, but you all know the answer. The answer is, yes, I'm so gay. I sucked 200 dicks yesterday. My jaw is killing me. Or yes, I'm so gay. How'd you find out? I'm just going to burn down the closet I'm in, girl. You're the one person who discovered me. Good job. And what you're doing is you're claiming the frame, making a joke about it, making it so unbelievably ridiculous. She knows that it's not true, but you're not telling her it's not true. You're agreeing with it. So she says to you, do you say this to every girl? How would you agree and amplify that? That's right. You would say, yes, I do say this to every girl. In fact, I was hitting on my grandma last night. It was a little bit awkward. She asks you, how many phone numbers did you get? Now, guys who are low value would be like, oh, I didn't get a lot of phone numbers. I just like to talk to girls and it's no big deal. Instead, what you say is, I got 500 numbers. My goal is 550. It's getting late though. I don't know. Do you think I can get 50 more phone numbers? I'm going to try my best. Let's see if I can accomplish it. You agree with it and you amplify it. Make it 100 times worse. Some guy says to you, hey bro, that shirt's pretty tight, man. You're trying to flex your muscles. Be like, man, I'm so glad you noticed. Before I walked out of my house today, I was like, I'm going to wear a really tight shirt so I can impress Mike. Maybe Mike will notice. Maybe he'll get attracted to me. Thank you for noticing, Mike. I really accomplished my goal. You're agreeing with it. You're amplifying it. Now, what if she says to you, why are you wearing that stupid shirt? Which is exactly why I wear stupid shirts like this. I want girls to comment on them. And believe me, boys, they do. You can find this very shirt on Amazon. I strongly suggest you wear it. And I'm also going to give you a bonus. I'm going to show you how I misinterpret what she says. Misinterpretation being yet another frame control reversal. But if she says, oh my God, that shirt is so stupid, you'll be like, thank you for noticing. I specifically wore this to try to repel all the women just like throwing themselves at me. It's like when I wear normal clothes, I just walk down the street. It's like panties and bras fly around my face. The other day I was driving and a freaking panty went around my eyes. I couldn't see, crashed into a tree. So I do appreciate you noticing. I have a client who in last night's coaching call, and this was part of the inspiration for this episode, we went deep into frame control, way deeper than what I do on my podcast. So he said to me that a girl called him a pervert. She asked for his phone number because obviously he's in the Mark Sing 3-month coaching program and girls are going to start asking you for phone numbers. So she's like, hey, can I get your phone number? And she was a hot bartender. And he's like, we don't really know each other, maybe later, because he's smart and he knew that he would see her again. Going into my concept of campaigning, another thing that I teach. So he's like, I don't know. Like, we don't really know each other. Maybe like next week or something, we can exchange numbers. Perfect move. Look who wants less. He wants less than she does. Therefore, he's controlling the frame, isn't he? So she said, okay, I'm just going to put your picture up in the girl's bathroom with pervert written above it. And he said, that's awesome. I was hoping you would do that. In fact, can you put them like all over the city? Put them in the girl's bathroom, the men's bathroom. Can you put a billboard up in the middle of the city with my face and pervert over it? I'm trying to become the world's biggest pervert. So what he did is he agreed and he amplified with what she said, didn't he? And I was like, yes, bro, you're getting it. Whereas the old him, before he came into the program, or for you, before you listened to the podcast, would have been like, no, I'm not a pervert. Why would you say that? Immediately your value is going down. The second a girl tries to get you to explain yourself to her, you don't fucking do it when she's challenging you. And this is the biggest misinterpretation of frame control. It has to be a challenging tone. It has to be like, oh, why don't you have a girlfriend? Or like, oh, you're a pervert. Or, oh, you're gay. Why are you wearing that shirt? Why are you talking to us? How many phone numbers did you get? It has to be that bitchiness where she's trying to challenge you. It can be a little bit like with the smile. She's like, oh, how many phone numbers did you get? Right? And you guys may have heard me say my typical reply to that question, which is, I got 9 numbers. One more and I would have had a full phone number. Thank you, Liam. I do appreciate that. So boys, you're always reframing. She tries to challenge you, you throw it back in her face. And oh my God, I could go off for like 6 hours on this shit. Don't get me started. Focus, Mark, just agree and amplify. So she says something. How many girls have you talked to? 5,000. How many girls do you say this to? All the girls. I even said it to my grandma. How many phone numbers did you get tonight? I got 650. I'm going for 700. How many girls have you had sex with? Thousands and thousands. I completely lost count. In fact, my penis looks like a shriveled burn victim hiding in the corner of my underwear. He's actually trying to hide up my butt sometimes, and it's really painful. So I really wish I didn't have sex with thousands of girls. Now, obviously, boys, it depends on the context. If you're like laying in bed with her and she's really innocent and she's like, I don't know, like you kind of are a player. How many girls have you had sex with? You wouldn't be like, dude, I had sex with all the girls in Minnesota. You got to use social intelligence. It's a girl's kind of being bitchy. She's kind of throwing some shit at you. You can agree and amplify what she says. Somebody accuses you, even a friend, like, hey, bro, you work legs enough? You'd be like, not enough, man. You know, on Thursdays, I do nothing but right calf muscle. And then you're like imitating you. You're like, like doing calf lifts, right? And be like, and then Friday, I do left calf. I just wish there was more days in the week, dog, like so I can get more leg day in. Whenever guys are trying to question you, you throw it back with the agree and amplify. God, I want to like go on 16 different podcast episodes right now, just talking about all the shit that we can do. But we're focusing, agree and amplify. Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint of the frame control reversal called misinterpretation. But if you want more of that, I want you to go search for any and all my episodes with frame control in the title and go check that out. But with this shirt specifically, which I strongly suggest you guys go out and get and wear to the nightclubs, when a girl's like, oh my God, why are you wearing that stupid shirt? You misinterpret what she says and you say, look, I know you're trying to take off my shirt right now, but relax, we just met. She says, why are you wearing that shirt? Saying that your shirt looks dumb because it has a unicorn on it with a cat on its back. You are misinterpreting it to mean that she wants to take off your shirt. And this is why one of my clients, Todd, bought a shirt, and he actually sent me one too, that says Micro Penis Club President. And he wears it out to nightclubs all the time and gets number after number after number. Why? Because he's showing that he doesn't give a fuck what you think. Wearing a micro penis shirt, who would do that, right? He's showing that he doesn't care when a girl's like, oh my God, why are you wearing that stupid shirt? And he says, look, I know you're trying to take off my shirt right now to see the micro penis, but relax, we just met. Misinterpretation. Or saying with agree and amplify, because it's true. My penis is so small, it takes a magnifying glass just to find that thing. I renamed it the angry inch. Watch out, the angry inch is going to get you, and you poke her in the clavicle with your thumb. This is amplifying what she says based off bait, based off a lure, which is your stupid shirt. I love it when girls ask me, why are you wearing that dumb shirt? And this isn't the only dumb shirt I have. I also have a shirt with a cat riding a piece of pizza through outer space. I have the old wolves howling at the moon with a bunch of Native Americans on it, which, and I will say this too, you have to show that it's super silly. Some people actually wear this shit, like go into any local Walmart. You actually see people like legit flossing the old wolves howling at the moon t-shirt. So if you're in like deep South Tennessee and like people wear this shit, obviously be careful about it. I'm not trying to hate on you or your culture, but it has to be very obvious that you're being silly or it's not congruent with who you are, right? You have like a good looking guy who keeps himself in shape. He keeps a good haircut. His beard is trimmed. You could tell the dude's alpha. He's wearing some nice pants, some nice boots. And then he's got a ridiculous shirt on that says Micro Penis Club President. It's very clear that that shirt is incongruent with who he is. That's the way you want to play it. Girls will say, why are you wearing that shirt? And you either say, because it's true. My penis is so small. It took an investigative team 15 months just to find it. Or you misinterpret, look, I know you're trying to take off my shirt right now, but relax, we just met. Gangster level shit for showing that you have a stronger frame than she does, thus controlling the interaction and increasing the chances of her getting attracted to you. Frame control, boys. The single most important element of seducing a woman, if you don't know what this is, or if you're not an absolute master with it, where a girl will say anything to you that's challenging and you could fucking flip it in a heartbeat, you need more practice. And this is exactly what we do in my 3-month coaching program. I turn my guys into frame control assassins, not only doing that, but teaching them all the techniques, all the tricks, how to flip attraction hot switches in her head. And I remap their brains with NLP. This is why we get the results we do. Success after success after fucking success. And that could be yours too. The only question is, are you willing to man up, or are you going to punk down? Are you going to pony up the courage to fucking go into something that scares you and join the Unapologetic Man Army and change your life just like all my clients do? I would love to talk to you. Apply right now. Let's get this ball rolling. Gentlemen, I super appreciate you listening. As a reminder, I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next episode.